lot going on today all over the city of San Francisco, along with the partial on-off fog and cool temperatures of 57. And me almost falling off the cliff, but oh well. Sounds like it's getting a little noisy up ahead here. I'm not even sure we'll be able to go where we think we may be going, but maybe not. Oh yeah, I'll have to shut down here for a minute while we pass all this. This is just going to be like a political rant, not necessarily environmental, but it needs to be said because the world is becoming scarce on democracies again. We're not seeing countries plowing ahead to become a democracy and sharing the world with each other. They're more becoming fascistic. And one of those countries is the US. Right now we have an absolute assault on our voting system. State after state is letting people that have nothing to do with voting systems count our votes again, and no oversight. What does that tell you, huh? That's a fascistic takeover of the US. That's clear as it can be. We have an election coming up here in the 2022, and this country needs to be aware of what is going on with the voting system, how corrupt we're making them. State after state is coming up with this shit of Republican takeover of everything, whether they have to steal it or not, and most of the times they do. But there's also another thing about politics that's going on, which is pretty amazing, and that is that a new study has come out on COVID, and they have found out unproportional amount of Republicans are getting COVID now. In fact, they're warning of a fourth wave, mostly of the Republican group of people, because they refuse to vaccine or wear masks. And it's only going to obviously happen because they tend to stay together as groups. And so many of those people will die of the condition. So it's going to really be a negative on Republican voters. So they feel that they need to cheat in any way they can so that they can win the 2022 election. I hope people are really paying attention to this. Rachel Maddow did a little bit on it yesterday on her show. I'll put the link down below if I can find it. They tend to take them off pretty quickly. These corporate news outlets will not let anybody get any kind of information off of their sites unless you will have to watch a whole bunch of ads. So this seems to be a regular happening where fascism starts to creep up and into governments. And I don't see how anybody could think that fascism is a good way to go. How could you, honestly, do just the tiniest bit of history and you'll see that fascism equals death to everyone, regardless of whether you believed in them or not. Eventually they will come after you. They come after everybody because they're always afraid that somebody's out to get them. Huh. Very paranoid, this group of people, these right-wingers. And the more we just sit back and let it happen, the worse this is going to be, and it's going to end up in a miserable place. And if you think, oh goody, we get to have a civil war, that's not something oh goody to be oh goody about. Read what happened during the Civil War of the US and other countries. You'll find that whoop-de-doo feeling is gone in about 24 hours, and the reality of war and what it really is kicks in. You may say, oh, but I've got all this food stored up and I've got fresh water stored up. After about a month, you're going to be thinking, uh-oh, this water's starting to taste funny. And the food isn't very fresh. What am I going to do next? Instead of just sticking with the democracy and fixing it and trying to figure out how to make a democracy work for everything that's living, including the animal life that we so much couldn't care less about, other than how good it tastes. But honestly, people, I think we really have a terrible threat to the world right now. As we're starting to get lower and lower on food staples, we're starting to see grain and oats and that kind of thing all starting to decline worldwide. As that happens, more and more pressure is going to be on the right-wingers to start a war with somebody who did this to them. Hang on. But anyway, it would be very smart for us to think about who and what we're going to put into office and what we're going to put up with here in the U.S. and other countries of shenanigans that's going on with the voting systems in democratic-led countries. So I know that's not anything to do with environmental, but it has everything to do with environmental. If we end up fighting each other worldwide, this planet is cooked, and we're cooked with it. We may get off a few bombs here and there, and then nukes will start flying, and war is outdated. But yet I can kind of almost feel that war is just that close.